Jorginho from distance. Oh, what a goal! What was the goalkeeper doing? What a late reaction that was. Straight away in the comments I want to hear from you guys. Did Jorginho deserve to be in the team of the year? Discuss down below. Just picked him up off the market for about 1.8 million. Looking forward to trying him out today because obviously he has received an absolute monster boost. If you need some coins to improve your ultimate team, the cheapest place to get them is at IG Vault and there is a link in the description. And if you use the code Kieron at checkout, you'll get yourself an even bigger discount off your order. Let's slot him into this very boring Premier League team. I know it's not very creative, but I just wanted to put a team together quickly just to try this guy out. Now, I like to play 4-4-2. I mean, you didn't need to know that. You probably don't care, but I do. But I like to play 4-4-2 with like a holding midfielder and then a box-to-box creator. So that's going to be, the creator is going to be De Bruyne. And the kind of holder is going to be Jorginho. Now, Kante normally plays this role, flashback Kante, so it'll be interesting to see how well Jorginho does in that role. Obviously, with him being just an absolute monster of a player, we do expect him to do much better. Also, with the obvious fact that he's a team of the year, we do expect him to stand out a little bit more. My team currently is a mess, so let me just fix this, and then we'll have a look at Jorginho. Okay, so team sorted. Let's have a look at this card then. He has got 4-star, 4-star, which is very nice. And obviously, in comparison to the normal card, he's received a ridiculous boost. +1 in both skills and weak foot, by the way, but also +33 in pace, 23 in shooting, 12 in passing. Yeah, it's pretty nuts stats, isn't it, really? Anyway, traits, sadly none to discuss, but in-game stats, plenty to talk about. His shooting looks great for a mid, 96 shot power being the standout there. Obviously, with a Jorginho item, does have a high penalty stat. Passing looks incredible, 99 ratings for short, long, and vision. He should be an absolute monster of a distributor. Dribbling also looks great, very good ball control of 99, high composure too. And then we come on to the defending stats, which are actually not as impressive as maybe you would have thought they would be. Like his defensive awareness stat of 80 isn't actually that amazing for what is a 97 overall midfielder. Stand tackle is great though, and so the intercepts, but that defensive awareness isn't actually that amazing. Finally, physically, obviously, very good stamina of 99, very high aggression of 93, and decent strength of 80. With the basic chem, this guy is a 97 rated centre mid. Can we get him any higher than that? He actually goes to a 98 with Marksman, which is pretty crazy, and with Maestro to be fair. Can we get him to 99 at all? I don't think we can. Anyway, in-game wise, what are we going to be using on this guy? It's going to be either Anchor or Shadow, and I actually think Anchor will be the best one for him. His pace is already really good, let's be honest. He doesn't actually need, to go up to 97 pace. I just think the +10 in strength will be very beneficial in a game, and the boost that Shadow gives in defense aren't really hindered too much. So, yeah, just the slide and tackle comes down versus the Anchor. So, I think Anchor overall is the best one for him. Here's a quick question for you. What do you guys think this guy's price is going to settle at, considering he's already, I would say, fairly cheap for a team of the year of his caliber on day one, especially 97 overall? I paid, what, 1.769, which is a lot of coins, obviously, but in this year's market, like, player prices just drop so quick that maybe this is actually, expensive for him. Maybe he'll drop even lower. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. What will he settle at price-wise? Okay, that's a nice team. Plenty of good French players, and also Soule's in there too. Oh, and Baku, so it's not all French, but it's a very good team. Jorginho goes for the switch player. Finds Georgie best. Inside the box. Goes for a rainbow flick. Strike! Oh, good save from Schmeichel. Jorginho from distance. Oh, what a goal! What was the goalkeeper doing? What a late reaction that was. That was literally a goal out of nothing, but we will take that. Nice finesse. Just fires into the back of the net. Good sliding challenge there from the Italian. Done well to get there. Done well to get there. And then he's going to set George Best free with a really nice through ball. Angle is super tight here. And we'll take the corner. We should probably give him the set piece since his stats are absolutely loaded. Kane with the header. Oh, good save from Schmeichel. Nice ball. What a ball that is to find. George Best gets it back to Harry Kane. Finds De Bruyne. Can we get the shot away? Yes, we can. That's a horrible goal to score because it's been a big deflection, but it's a deserved 3-0. Well, at the break, it's a 3-2 scoreline. The game has ended up being much closer than I would have liked. That Ginola is seriously doing some damage against me. Jorginho, chance to find Best with a nice through ball. Best should get on the end of this, and he does just. Balls into the box, it's a good ball. Harry Kane, great goal. That's a great team attack, and it started with that beautiful through ball from Jorginho. Nice. Oh, I was going to say good block, and it was initially a good block, but didn't win it, but then win it on the second attempt, so happy days. In, finds Jorginho. We're switch play here. We're going to go once again for that long ball to George Best, and he's going to keep that in. What a ball that ends up being. Go for the early ball into the box. Oh, I should have put a little bit more on it. That would have been a sensational goal. Okay, end of that one, and the score is 7-4. Incredibly open game, but we get the job done. So we're going to face in the first matchup then. Eventually we will get into a game, and we are up against a Eusebio. Okay, good test then. We almost got off to like the worst possible start. Very scrambly defence. Jorginho at the back stick. Doesn't get to head of the ball because Mendy just nabs it right in front of him.
Well, he'll certainly add some quality into that midfield area.
Just couldn't get there. Put the pressure on, but just couldn't get the block in. Nice, Jorginho closing down his man for making the dispossession. Waiting for Kane to make a run. Anytime you want, Harry. Puts the ball through to the forward. Interesting dispossession there, the two midfielders working together. Jorginho, chance to distribute, goes long, good ball, finds George Best. Well, not a great opening 45 from the whole team, to be honest. Need to be much better in the second half. We're going to switch formation to hopefully create some more chances. Jorginho trying to keep up with Eusebio here, just can't keep up with him, unfortunately. Long ball. Jorginho's done well. Oh, the pass. I didn't aim it there. I was aiming downwards. Jorginho to distribute. Nicely out wide to Best. That was actually not a bad ball at all, but Kane has just done really well to win the ball, as has Jorginho to win that there. Nice. Good bit of play. Not the best first touch. But there is now a chance to whip the ball in. Finds Kane. Or does he? No. And unfortunately, we do lose that game 3-1. Don't really have any complaints. My passing was poor and my opponent was good at the game. So, yeah, bit of a shame as a team performance. I thought Jorginho went alright, made some good intercepts. Passing seems good, but didn't really stand out too much. But, yeah, not bad. Not terrible, but just not a great game in general, to be fair. Team of the Year Jorginho's time in the club has now come to an end. And, yeah, let's talk about this item. What did I make of it? I'm going to say straight away, and maybe this will be controversial, but I'd rather give an honest review. Pretty underwhelming card. Now, I'll say, obviously, it's a good item. There's no doubt about that. It's a very good item. But did it perform to the overall rating suggestion of, 97? I don't think it did, and that's where the disappointment lies for me. He just didn't feel all that amazing for me. Fair enough, he wasn't playing in an exciting position. That's, easy to say. But like when I use like flashback Kante and that, like he's just so easy to maneuver, so easy to cover with. And Jorginho, I just didn't quite get that with him, despite him obviously having much better stats than the flashback Kante. I'm not saying flashback Kante is better than this Jorginho, by the way. I'm just saying in that area of like maneuverability and like in general defending with him, it's just so much easier with the Kante. But we'll come back to comparisons later on in the video. For now, let's break things down with this card. What did I like? The shooting was pretty incredible, to be fair. Like the shot power definitely feels great, and from distance he is 100% a threat, which is great. Passing, more the same. I do think his passing is very, very good, especially in that long passing sense. So really, really pleased with that area of his game as well. But I'll say this. For someone who's received a weak foot upgrade, I didn't think too much of the left foot versus the right, so there is maybe something to note there, but nonetheless still a very, very high level passer, there is no doubt about that. Dribbling felt good for most part. Once again though, it does come back down to that maneuverability. Although his dribbling felt great, did it feel as great as the stats suggest? I don't think it quite did. Defensively, he was good. Like in one-on-one situations, he was actually very, very solid. Like there's no doubt about that. But it's like time to react versus what it should have been wasn't always the best. It's just like his maneuverability. It all comes back down to this. Like the fact that he doesn't move himself too quickly versus other players in that midfield. So, yeah, in like one-on-one situations, the defending is good, tackling ability is nice, and the interception rate is high. But it's when he's like a through ball goes in behind and he's got to turn and react, he just doesn't feel that responsive in those scenarios. And that was, you know, where the problem lied sometimes with this card. Physically, pleased with the item. I like the strength, I like the aggression, and the stamina obviously held up very well. So that part of his game is obviously great. So, yeah, it's a very good card, don't get me wrong. But like I touched on at the start, did it perform like a 97 overall? Did it stand out like a team of the year maybe should? Not for me. Still an excellent card. Please don't take this as a negative review, but just wasn't as great as maybe I hoped he would be when I initially saw the stats. So just a couple of things which do drag him down a little bit. But like, please don't come away from this review thinking this card is horrible, because it's really not. It's a very, very good card. But yeah, there's just a couple of things that do hold it back versus some other top tier midfielders. But anyway, let's do some comparisons. Quick refresh on his price to see what I've lost. He's actually going for a similar price at what I bought him at, so that's quite nice. Hopefully he stays around that. Anyway, let's have a look at Premier League midfield options. Now, obviously, we're going to be comparing him more to like centre mids and CDMs because there just are better cams available. Obviously, De Bruyne, honestly, I'd rather use this De Bruyne as a cam than this Jorginho just because he's better on the ball. I know the stats and shooting and passing are a bit better on Jorginho, but like KDB is just such a good cam. Like, I love him this year. Anyway, so compared to like centre mids and CDMs, am I using him over Team Di Kante? No, that'll come as a surprise to no one. However, in a CDM role, am I going to use this card or this card? And if I'm being truly honest, I would prefer Kante just because, like I've said numerous times, I think he's so much easier to maneuver and I think he's so much easier to cover with. So, yeah, that might come as a surprise to some people, but that's just my personal preference. If you disagree with that, that's absolutely fine. Is Jorginho the more complete player? Absolutely. Absolutely, he's the more complete player. But as an out-and-out defensive mid, is Kante the better option? I think so. I think he is in FIFA anyway. So, yeah, that is worth saying. But in terms of, like, you know, the centre mid role, other than these obvious KDBs and Kantes, there isn't too many players that are better than him, to be fair. So, yeah. Like, he's obviously a very, very good card. But as I said, did he feel as good as I thought he would in game? Not quite. And I think I've said that about 20 times in this review. So overall, the verdict on the card is very good item, especially in the passing department. Those long balls for me were just really, really good off his right foot. Also liked his shooting quite a bit, but just didn't move with or without the ball as well as I'd hoped. But yeah, nice card nonetheless, and I would not complain if I managed to pack one in the upgrade packs. I'm very interested here if any of you guys have used him yourself. Let me know how you got on with him. I want to know if you feel the same as me, where you feel he's a very good card technically, but just moving him and stuff like that, his mobility-wise, just not that great compared to other midfield options that are available. But anyway, guys, those are my thoughts on the 97 overall card. Hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, drop a like rating on it. Comment below your thoughts. Subscribe if you're new. I'll catch you in the next one.